D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them for yourself, or you can just watch this video where I'm going to read them to you. Before I also get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. Okay, so now that I got that jazz out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay, so Blue Beetle is coming out, and I had done a trailer reaction, and the bad guy in this is Conrad Carapax. I don't know how they say that. But he's the villain of the movie, and so we get a first look at what he's going to look like with his armor on. But here's the take. It's in a Funko Pop. Now, I will pull up the picture because this article, when I read it, I saw the picture and I didn't save it. So I was like, oh, I'll go back and get it. It was on Instagram. And then I went to go get it. And the Instagram was like, you cannot see this stuff. And I'm like, oh, maybe Warner Brothers got to him, was like, you take this down now. And I was like, no, don't take it down. But I did end up finding it. So I have it for you today. So let's take a look at this sucker. So it says, Blue Beetle Funko Pops reveal first look at the movie's armored villain, Conrad Carapax. I hope I'm saying that right. If not, sue me. But don't really sue me because I don't have anything. New Funko Pops for Blue Beetle have revealed our first look at the movie's big bad. But how much has the villainous Conrad Carapax changed during the transition from page to screen? Find out after the jump. We still have no idea. Oh, by the way, this comes from comicbookmovie.com. Not my favorite website also, but, you know, what are you going to do? All right. So we still have no idea whether the plan is to make Blue Beetle part of the DCU. However, there's also an awful lot we don't know about what was once a movie made specifically for streaming on HBO Max. I just want to say real quick, I still think that I just want to get this picture of Blue Beetle up here because it's very cool. All right. I just want to say that first things first, I don't think Blue Beetle should join the DCU. It's not because I don't like this character. In fact, I went and I bought a bunch of Blue Beetle comic books because when this movie was announced, the only thing I knew about Blue Beetle was from Young Justice. And I think that's a lot of people out there that's all they know about Blue Beetle. And I love the Blue Beetle from Young Justice. So I was like, let me go get the comic book and see and read up on this comic book character to see if it's any different. And I did, and it's a different, it's not like crazy different or whatnot, but it's a fun character. I did like what I read from the comic books. I wish I had them so I could show them to you. Somebody commented one time that you didn't read these comic books, and I was like, I just want to be like, I have them right here. So far I like this character. Now, as far as it going to the theaters instead of HBO Max, now that they're stopping the Snyderverse, basically, I think that it's fine. But beforehand, I was like, people don't know Blue Beetle. I'm sorry. And you can argue with me about that all you want. But me, as a comic book fan, I didn't know that much about Blue Beetle. I think the only people that know about Blue Beetle know him from the cartoons like Young Justice or what was it? Batman Brave and the Bold was he on? I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think that's all they know about him. And I think that for normies, it's like, it's such a huge, like I asked my wife was super cute about it. She said something like, I know who Blue Beetle is. And I was like, okay, DC scholar, tell me what you know about Blue Beetle. I was like, anything. And she's like, well, he's blue, obviously. I was like, obviously. And she's like, he is a superhero. And I was like, yes, he is. What else? And she's like, that is all I know. I was like, proving my point. So normies don't know about Blue Beetle. But I think now that it's going to end and they need a hit, you know, movie wise, I don't think this will be it, but they need a hit. And I like that kid that's playing Jaime Reyes from Cobra Kai. So good for him. All right, let me finish this article, and then I have some more things to say because it mentions the trailer in here. I want to talk about that. Okay, the first trailer primarily focused on Jaime Reyes' transformation into the superhero, but courtesy of some leak Funko Pops, we have a first look at the villainous Conrad Carapax. That's right. Now, I know some people didn't like the first trailer because it mentions how Batman is a fascist, but I'm all like, we don't know what the context of that comment is. And from what the director said, or at least I think it was the director, that character is a conspiracy theorist. So that makes sense, and I'm not mad about it. However, don't be talking smack about my Batman. I love Batman. But okay. And I also was wondering about the villain of the movie because they only had that one shot of him, and he had like this like fur. So I was like, it kind of reminded me of Kraven the Hunter, just from that one shot. But we didn't get a really great look at him. Right, so it says who, and that's exactly how I like. I don't know his villains, and Conrad Carapax, I have no idea, or Carapax, I don't know who you are. Anyways, okay. While he does hail from the comic books, the baddie first appeared in 1986's Blue Beetle #1. Carapax isn't exactly up there with the likes of the Joker and Lex Luthor. So true. He does, however, have close ties with the previous Blue Beetles, Dan Garrett and Ted Kord, which is cool. I think it would be really cool if you saw maybe like he had some kind of like tattoo where he had like two little strikes where he had taken out Dan Garrett and Ted Kord, and he's like, I crush Beetles, and you're all like, what? Well, I don't know why I gave him a Russian accent. Anyways, okay. The archaeologist, he was an archaeologist. He was Dan's rival and discovered one of his hidden laboratories after he'd died and passed the mantle to Ted. Discovering an indestructible robot, Jarvis Cord had hoped to turn into a first of an army of soldiers at his command. Carapax was electrocuted and killed when he tried to meddle with it. However, his consciousness was transferred into the robot, and he subsequently became one of Blue Beetle's most powerful foes. That's interesting. I don't really like that whole changing, putting people's consciousnesses into robots, but at the same time, I don't think that's what this movie is going to do. And if it does, it'll be fine. I'll survive. Anyways. We're guessing Blue Beetle will deliver a loose adaptation of that story, especially as Carapax's costume looks more akin to Jaime's Scarab costume. In the movie, he'll be played by Raul Max Tirolo. I'm going to just say that's what it is. If I got it wrong, sue me, but don't sue me. In Blue, give me 2 seconds because this is the Instagram post right here. But if we clicked on that, we wouldn't be able to see it. Trust me, I've tried it a million times. It's gone. But we just have this small paragraphs here, and then we'll look at it and we'll compare and contrast and all that good stuff. In Blue Beetle, recent college grad Jaime Reyes returns home full of aspirations for his future, only to find that his home is not quite as he left it. As he searches to find his purpose in the world, fate intervenes when Jaime unexpectedly finds himself in possession of an ancient relic of alien biotechnology, the Scarab. When the Scarab suddenly chooses Jaime to be its symbiotic host, he is bestowed with an incredible suit of armor capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero known as Blue Beetle. The movie stars Holo, is it Holo or Zolo? Holo Mardinina. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, guys. And a bunch of other people. I'm not going to read all of this. And George Lopez, who isn't the best actor in the world. I just want to say that. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So here's what the character looked like in the comic books. This is the character before his consciousness went into this big robot. But here's the big robot. And I have to say, I think it's pretty cool. I think this robot is pretty cool. I think that, first off, I like that it's red. And I like this whole, it's kind of like very like Transformer Warrior-esque and everything. And I like it. I like this sunken in part. I've always liked that and stuff. But let's take a look at this Funko Pop. So here is the Funko Pop from the movie. And I have to say, I also like this. I'm glad that he's got armor. You can't see his eyes like you could in that picture from before, but I'm glad that he's got armor. I think that this looks, I mean, I know it's a Funko Pop, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll look just like this, just, in real time kind of thing. But I think that this looks pretty good. I think that I like it in terms of, I'm glad that he's got armor instead of just having this guy fight Blue Beetle. And I'm very curious to see if this will be also ancient alien technology, or if this will be, what Susan Sarandon builds in the movie, if she builds this in response to the Blue Beetle getting into somebody else's hands. And it'll be interesting to see how this character plays into with the other Blue Beetles from the past. I'm very interested in seeing how this goes down. So so that is the Funko Pop and everything. So it looks good. I am excited for this movie. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you guys feel about Blue Beetle, this first look at Conrad Carapax? Do you like this look from the Funko Pop? Or do you think it just looks ridiculous? And how do you feel about this movie? Are you excited about this movie? Are you not excited about this movie? I'm excited about this movie because after reading I only bought like 25 comic books, and I liked what I read. So I'm excited to see where that goes. And I liked the trailer. I thought it looked fun, and I think that it looks like a good time. But tell me what you guys think about this first look at this villain. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys. You guys have a good week. Bye.